Hi guys, it's been a while since I made one of my videos, and here I'm actually working on a different project. This one is a Sukhoi Su-11. I'm highly modifying this kit. This is a Leoman's kit from 80s vintage, about 40 years, 45 years old kit. And I got this as a birthday present from one of my friends. And when I did some research, as you guys know, I always like to do things different. And I found a very interesting subject, which is a T-49. Now, here is the picture of, like you're looking at the kit here of A models T-49. This aircraft was highly modified from Sukhoi 11 with a new forward fuselage and intakes. It's not like your regular aircraft. I mean, like a jet, but it's very different, and I'll show you how. Hang on a second. Now, when you look at it, look at the front. It has a very peculiar type of intakes which no other aircraft ever had. And what they did, they took a Sukhoi 11 and modified with those intakes, and by putting a new radar in their new radome. So for that, and everything forward of the cockpit had to be modified and built from the scratch. When I started this project, there was a Canadian postal strike and a harbor strike going on, so there was no way to get this kit in. The only way you could get is by ordering through eBay, and there was no way I could have done that at that time. So I started with Leoman's kit and started working on it. And well, as I progressed, I found out literally no cockpit of the given in this kit. Like you can see, the only thing that they provide is a vague seat and a vague instrument panel. There's no sidewalls, there's no floor, there's no instrument panels, nothing. So it's a very old kit from back in the day, and aircraft had, the kit had some issues with it. Not bad kit for the time, pretty good. And the one other issue is this: if you look at the nose landing gear, right there, look, what is it? It doesn't even look like a strut. It doesn't look like an oleo. It's just like some piece of plastic with a fork type V, and another piece like at the bottom put on it to hold the wheel. So when I came to this realization, I started scratch building it by modifying the gear, as you can see right here. I was modifying the nose landing gear to make it more scale by putting the new side brackets or side landing gear fork arms on it, by using the original strut, because there was no way I could find any aftermarket parts for it. And then I also scratch built the whole cockpit, like you can see here. There's an instrument panel there, there's a sidewall, there's a main tub, and here's my pilot. And I mean, I put many weeks of efforts into it. I had to re-modify the pilot by removing all his limbs and then gluing them properly, and then making that seat as best as I could by looking at pictures and stuff. Obviously, it's not the right type of a seat, but that's what I could do. And as recent as 3 weeks ago, another friend of mine sent me this A models T-49 kit as a birthday present. So I was looking at that, and even being a 72nd scale, there are differences between the two models. I mean, I don't know how these companies do their scale measurements, but even at the same scale, there's always differences in the measurements and dimensions. So what happened is that then I was talking to him, and he says, like, instead of building the Leoman's kit, why don't you build the A models kit? But since I put so much or time into it, as you can see, this is the whole forward fuselage that I scratch built myself. That took few weeks to do. And here I cut the wings and to reorganize, like reconfigure the flaps, made the flaps properly. You can see these are the flap pockets there. So there was no way I was gonna abandon what I was doing, and then just for the new kit. And then these are the new intake side walls. You can see I had to scratch build those two, made panel lines. So I put tons of work into this. I mean, this is not even a kit bash. It's a combination of a kit bash and a scratch build project by using Leoman's kit as just the initial basis. last night I ended up changing the fin on it because the fin on the Leoman's kit is not scaled. And when I did my check, research, you can see this is how it is. And with the raised panel lines and wrong sweep back of the leading edge, and the curve is not right for the tip, which should be like that according to the drawings which I'll post in this video. You can see all of it. So at this stage, what I'm doing, I'm making the new seats because my seat is obviously not the scale. So I'm making using the A models, the seats, and some other parts like the fin, and then I'm going to use the landing gears from the A models also, and utilize that with my project. And I'll post some pictures of it where you can see how this airplane looks like, because I had it dry assembled, but not with that fin, with the original fin. And you can see how the forward nose and and the new intake looks like. And the other thing is, there are the only very handful of pictures and drawings available online for this particular experimental aircraft that they did. And in those drawings, there are differences. Now, I've looked at the pictures of the real aircraft, and I came to a conclusion that the intakes on the real aircraft starts right underneath the main, the front windshield frame right there, and then it goes further out right up to this right here, up to this point, and then there's a nose in front of it. So I mean, like when I did my measurements, I went according to this kit here, but on the A models kit, which is this one right here, and you can see all these parts and stuff, that the nose on it is shorter in length, and so is almost all the dimensions are shorter, less than what this kit provides. So I still have to do a calculation, see which one is right. But what I'm doing is I'm using the good parts from the A model kit and putting them on my project right here. And as you can see, initially, this is the original intake that I took, and I cut the side doors out for the new intakes. I use a drop tank to make the front nose section for it, and here I'll show you. And I used here's another drop tank from de Havilland Vampire, 48 scale de Havilland Vampire. So what I did, I took the front of those drop, cut it out, and took the front and put it in to make the air intakes more scale by inserting those in, because that's how the actual like they have intakes is. So there's an outer part, and then there's an inner part, and this is the inner part. So I mean, I did as much as scale replication as I could, and then where I stumbled in problems, I have literally had to scratch build those parts. So these part, this exhaust nozzle, this hot section of the back of the engine, and this exhaust nozzle are from the A models, because I've been waiting for them to come in from my friend who sent me some seats exhaust pieces and some landing gear wheels and stuff, but I haven't received them. So I'm just going forward with what I have, because on March 23rd it's a competition at Heritage Con, and I want to enter this in there. And this is after almost 20 to 25 years. I've come back to this part of the hobby, and I'm starting to rebuild like make the kits again. So yeah, I wanted to check my skills. I want to hone my skills to see how I can still do, and if I still have that finesse, which actually I do, which is great. I thought I would lost it, but I didn't. And then the other thing is, I want to start doing the 3D printing and make different parts and different airplanes and different things with it. So that's the next phase that's going to be starting soon, once I get my UV printer and a new laptop. So I'm waiting for those to come in. But you can see here's a stack of other models that I have. Some are very rare, others are not so much, but yeah. So I have a lineup to keep myself busy, and so this is it for now. And I'll keep you guys posted with this build, and let's see how I do with at Heritage Con, which is a national IPMS competition, within actually US and Canada, because there are people coming from US, modelers coming from US, for to take part in that. So let's see how it goes. I mean, I hope I come out with something, but even not, at least I'll have the great opportunity to compete against the best, and that itself will be a big plus for me. All right, guys, see you guys soon. Take care. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye bye.